Like a rock star. My girl, rock star. My girl, rock star. Man, I feel just like a rock star.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back. And for today's video, I'm gonna be doing a mod that I've been putting off for a very long time. That's how it usually goes with all my mods. I kind of put it off for a long time, and then one day it just kind of hits me. I'm like, all right, let me just do it. So today, what I'm gonna do is I am finally going to smoke out the third brake light. So whenever I got my tail lights, I didn't get the LED third brake light because I didn't see the point of spending, like, I think they were about $100, the ones that I wanted to get. And I was like, don't want to spend that much, I'll just smoke them out. And then I just got too lazy to smoke them out. So what I'm gonna do is just smoke them out today. I went to Walmart and bought the spray tint, and that's exactly what I used on my last truck for the tail lights, and they turned out pretty good. And it was only like 11 bucks, so why not? I do plan on getting the LED ones eventually, just not right now. I don't really want to spend that much money on just third brake light right now because I want to be saving up for like Daytona and like other truck meets that I want to go to. So by the way, I will be going to Daytona, so if you're going to be there, leave a comment below, and then we should try to meet up and have some sort of I guess a meetup, like a meet and greet kind of thing. So yeah, let's plan something. We got 2 weeks, so we got 2 weeks to come up with something, and I would love to meet up with every single one of you guys. Alright, so removing the tail light was really easy. You just undo the screws up here and then disconnect this piece right here, and then it just pops right out. And what I'm gonna do is, typically what you want to do is you want to tape off the white part, especially with the tail lights, because that's what gives the light whenever you're in reverse. But for this, I think I'm gonna just try to spray paint the whole thing or tint the whole thing, because I have bed lights, so I don't really need this really. And I think it would just look better if it was just completely black instead of having this part not be black and then everything else be smoked out. And also, if this was clear, I would keep it, you know, I would tape it off, but it's all yellowed out and kind of gross looking. So let me just black out the whole thing. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go get some soap water, which is right there, that I use to put on the decal. And I'm just gonna wet sand it because there's probably a lot of debris and crap on here that I wanna get rid of. And this isn't gonna be a perfect job. I mean, it kind of is like a how-to video, but like I said, this is temporary. I'm just sick of looking at this red nose on my Rudolph. So what I'm gonna do is, it's temporary until I get a new set of third brake lights. But it should work, but let's see how my half-assed job turns out. All right, so the nozzle on this is broken, so I'm just gonna pour it on here. Whatever.
One hour later.
Look at all that dirt. Nice and clean. Alright, a few more rounds of wet sanding. You want it to be like nice and gritty so that way the spray will stick on it better. Alright, pretty nice and gritty, I think. Looks good to me. Alright, let's go ahead and spray the tint on it. The stuff I ended up getting is lens tint. I was actually looking for the VHT Nightshade, but I don't think they sell those anymore. So let's go ahead and try this brand out and see how this turns out. Okay? Alright, so let's get this started. you're always gonna start spraying on the box. And then what you want to do is, I would say you want to do about 50 to 75% overlay. So that is coat 1, and I will probably do 2 coats. Not too bad, but I want it to be darker. Number 2. Alright, so the reason why I start spraying like out here is because most of the times with any sprays, your initial spray isn't very even. So you want to get all that uneven stuff out the way, and you only want to spray with even amount of particles coming out. Number 3.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, now it's raining. Oh my god. It's raining now. I was cutting the grass and then it started raining. I think it looks good enough, so I'm just going to put this back on there because look, it's exposed. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. I think it looks good enough, and hopefully this will be enough. If not, I can remove it and redo it some other time, but for today, it's done. I told you guys it was gonna rain all week. Oh my god. Look at me. I'm so... But honestly, that is it for today's video. I didn't really want to end it like this, but there's really not much I can do when it's raining like this. So I'll see you guys next time. I know it was a short video, but hold on. Let me do another build then. Okay. So that is it for today's video, or at least for today's mod. I don't know if I'm satisfied with it. It looks dark enough. I wanted to do one more coat, but I think it looks good. I'll leave it to you guys. Should I do one more coat or should I make it darker?
Not too bad.
Yeah, so you just saw it. I don't know, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Honestly, it looks really good. Like, I'm really glad that I listened to you guys and finally did it, because I didn't think I didn't really pay attention to that much. Like, I don't ever look at the back of my truck really, and I never really paid attention. I never really cared about having a red third brake light, but now that it's all like blacked out, looks great. Yeah, thanks guys. So let me finish this episode with another my build. This one is submitted by Evan Givens. Again, it's private, so y'all, I think I'm gonna start doing public pages only, mainly because like I said, I want my followers to go check out your build and give you your input and all that stuff. And like I said, I can't verify if it's actually your truck. Not that I don't trust you guys, but it's just I like to verify that kind of stuff, especially if I'm gonna get you guys involved, if get my subscribers involved. I want to make sure it's like 100% legit. So he sent me a message. He said, hey, I just got a 2005 GMC Sierra 5.3 liter V8 engine and was wondering what I could do. Not looking to do anything too crazy and expensive things. And I asked him for a budget. He said he wants to keep it under $5,000. That is with rims and lift. Maybe even try to stay under $4,000. That is perfect. That's perfect, because I mean, now we know what we can work with. We can work now we know if we can go with Cognito lift, super lift, or just rough country or other lifts. So let's see. He said he just wants to lift it about 2 to 4 inches. And if you're gonna do 2 to 4 inches, I suggest doing a full 4-inch suspension lift. So that way geometry would be just flat and perfect. And if you're gonna do that, I believe Zone makes a 4-inch lift for that year, 2005, 1500. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have time to do research right now, but I do believe Zone does. If not, because you have a budget, I believe Rough Country would be okay too. Mainly because I had that lift on my truck. It wasn't that bad. And if you want to if you just want to set it at 4 inches, 4-inch lift and a 6-inch lift for Rough Country, it's exactly the same, at least for my truck model. 6-inch lift just comes with bigger rear blocks, and you just have to crank up the torsion bars to set at 6 inches. So if you just want to do a 4-inch lift, decrank that thing all the way down so that way your front end geometry is straight. Maybe upgrade your shocks, but other than that, like that you should be solid. So if my first recommendation would be going with the Zone 4-inch lift. If they don't have that and you don't want to go more than 4 inches, go get a Rough Country 4-inch lift. That would be like the only time you would ever hear me recommend Rough Country. And then I would say upgrade your upper control arms to something else. And first thing, dude, all that chrome's gotta go, buddy. That, for me, I like chrome, but that is too much chrome. Like all that chrome on the side, that has gotta go. I would keep the chrome on the front though, because I just feel like that body style, if especially like red, if you color match all that chrome red up front, I think that's too much red. White looks okay, like a white truck. If you color match the whole front white, I think it looks okay. But that is too much red for me. I think that's why I told John not to color match his truck. And I would say get some Flowmaster dual exhaust and put some tow mirrors. And we're gonna have to come up with some wheels. I think because you're gonna go with 4-inch lift, I think you could fit 20 by 12 or 22 by 12 with 33-inch tires. Because you have a budget, I'm not gonna recommend like, you know, super expensive wheel company like American Forces. So Rough Country and Zone, they're about $1,000 to $1,300. That, and then install, I don't know if you're gonna install it or if you're gonna pay somebody to install it. But if you do pay somebody, it's gonna be about $2,000. So that gives us about $2,000 to $3,000 for wheels and tires, which is perfect. I would say get, for tires, you might have enough money to where you can buy some Toyos. So you could probably get some Toyos, or if not, get some Coopers. I love Coopers on my truck. I had Cooper all-terrains on my first truck. Absolutely loved them. And if you don't want to get mud tires, go with BFG KO2s. I love those tires because the sidewall was, they got that design from a mud terrain sidewall. So the sidewall looks like a mud terrain tire, but it rides like an all-terrain tire. And I got really good gas mileage out of the BFG KO2s. So yeah, like I said, I would say get 20 by 12 or 22 by 12. Either like Fuel Maverick, that's the style that I like. Or again, like Moto Metals are completely fine too. Like I don't know why people like hate on Moto Metals, but I think they look great. A lot of people think they look great too. So because you have a budget, I would say 3 companies for wheels. Or because you have a budget, oh actually yeah, check out American Trucks too, because yeah, American Trucks, because they're really affordable and I like the way their wheels look. So look into American Trucks, Fuel, and Moto Metal, because Fuel, if you buy like the older style wheels, they're not as expensive. The forged wheels, yeah, they're going to be expensive now, but if you get the older design, older model wheels, they're going to be really affordable. So also like the XDs, they're all affordable. Like all the wheel companies that's been around for a while, they're all going to be affordable. But of course you're going to see everyone else with them on the road. But that's the price you're going to have to pay, because you don't have a lot to pay. But let's see, yeah, that is really it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like the third brake light that I finally did on my Duramax, and I hope you guys like this build segment. I hope, you know, I want to do a lot more of them, and I think it really helps you guys out. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you made it this far, why not celebrate by hitting that subscribe button, and then check out some of my other videos too. So peace.